What's up, everybody? It's Jeffrey Lyles back at you with another edition of Lyles Figure Files. So today is the 20th, which meant Hasbro dropped another Marvel Legends reveal today on their Instagram page. And because we're in the HasLab Engine of Vengeance time frame, that meant another reveal for the big HasLab. And this time we get Mephisto. There's no delay, let's stretch it out a little bit longer. He was teased in the initial video, and we actually get to see him right away. That was a smart move because right now the early bird of funding the project all the way with its full 9,000 backers, it's about halfway done. It's at around 4,000 backers right now, a little over 4,000. And I think Mephisto is probably going to push it over the edge because I think a lot of people have been clamoring, waiting for Mephisto and Marvel Legends from Hasbro. And I think this figure is pretty decent in terms of a modern Mephisto. Of course, I tend to skew a little bit more classic, so I pulled up my old Marvel Select figure. It came with this awesome throne. And I think this figure is just really amazing. This throne is just like perfect for Mephisto. It's got all these skulls. It's just like his perfect crown. And this figure, I think, still holds up pretty well. It's got the pointy boots, got the crazy fingers and hands of the gloves. It's nowhere near as articulated as the Marvel Legends figure, which has the standard, what you would expect. It's got that torso articulation. It's got double jointed elbows, knees. It's got the bicep swivels. It's got a really sinister looking head sculpt. I like that. I kind of like this old school Mephisto with the pink head or pink face as opposed to the all red everything look we've got with this figure. But I think in terms of what you're expecting, what people were expecting from this Mephisto, Hasbro pretty much delivered. It looks like it might be a slightly taller version than some of the standard figures. Maybe it's closer to 7 inches, and it looks pretty good. I like the cape is all in tatters and all. I kind of wonder what kind of material they're going to use for it, because I would hope and think that they would try to incorporate a means that their figure could also work with this throne, since they're not giving us a throne with their take on Mephisto, and there are no accessories that were shown in this image. That's a little bit interesting, because you figure for your standard $25, $27, $33 Marvel Legends figure at this point, they come with something, maybe an alternate head, different hands, just something. And I'd be really worried if this Mephisto is just, hey, you guys have always wanted Mephisto, here he is with absolutely no extras. I think that would be a real problem, in addition to the fact that he's behind this paywall, if you will, of the HasLab project. And I guess I kind of get the whole sense of, let's put Mephisto in this. We can't put him out at retail. Although with the Hasbro Pulse option, I think every character is wide open now, and there's no need to worry about, oh, this won't work at retail. I figure a character like Mephisto is big and important enough for collectors to go, okay, I'll pay $100 for this guy with some random accessories. Kind of like how we got that Mojo. Like, we really wanted that new Mojo. We got a new long shot. We got an updated Dazzler. And then we get Little Wolverine, and that set's $160. I feel like they could have cobbled together a 4-pack of figures, maybe some little unarticulated demons to sit on his throne next to him, or beneath his throne, a throne, and I don't know, one character, maybe a Franklin Richards as he's about to get possessed and taken over and fight him. Maybe that's the way they could have put Agatha Harkness as her old self in Marvel Legends form. That could have been another option as just a simple box set on Pulse. Not in this HasLab, not with a Ghost Rider, not even this guy. The bike, we get the Hell Charger, or not Charger, it's just the Hell Bike, or Hell Car. That's kind of conveniently looks like a Charger. So it's normal. I try to look to see the value of these figures. You know, we've got this Marvel Select figure, and this Mephisto is great. He sits in his throne just fine. It's a really cool figure. I've always said, hey, if you want this classic version of Mephisto, the Marvel Select one is the way to go. But I decided, hey, why not see what the price is for this sucker? So I went on to eBay. The cheapest option is $120. It doesn't come with the throne. But you can find a mint on card one for $269. There's $110, no throne. 199, 169 with the throne, 225, 150, 175, 150, 280, 263, 153, and $30 shipping and handling. So if you want a Mephisto, honestly, going this HasLab is the way to go, because as great as this is, you might as well just get the HasLab, because you're going to get a free, basically, Ghost Rider, or you're going to pay a little bit for him, and a couple other figures. I still think the Marvel Select version of Mephisto is the better one. The throne is awesome. It's a classic look to him. This Mephisto actually scales up pretty well in terms of how big I would want him compared to a standard Marvel Legends figure. And he's got all the articulation I need. He can cower up next to Thanos. He can do a little bit. I mean, he's a demon, so I don't need him fighting and doing backflips and kicks and all that stuff. I just need him kind of going like this and messing around with people, getting in a character's ear. Hey Cap, maybe you should punch out Iron Man. That's about the extent of it. So I definitely think, based on the value of what you're getting finding this Mephisto on the secondary market, you may as well just chalk it up and get the Engine of Vengeance set if you really want a Mephisto in your collection. Because this Marvel Select version on the secondary market is crazy. Now I gotta assume these prices will drop somewhat when people start getting Mephistos from this HasLab, but I still think you're going to get a Ghost Rider with his car and 3 other figures. You may as well just plunk down and do that thing. But I still think there is value in Marvel doing more box sets that aren't tied and linked to a HasLab, where you could do a set like Mephisto, Satana, Damian Hellstorm, Agatha Harkness, and call it a day. But for now, we just got to go with the HasLab presentation. But in terms of a modern Mephisto, I think this deal's okay. I think the figure looks alright. I'm really hopeful they have some accessories included with this guy to make it more of a value to everyone that's backing this project. But that's just my take on it. I want to hear what you guys think about this. Is this Mephisto enough to pull you over, to draw you into this HasLab? Or were you hoping for something different with the execution with this guy? Let me know. As always, thanks for watching. This episode of Lyle's Figure Files has been filed.